look homeless, don't I? God damn. Looks like I just like dipped into the church charity box. This is pretty nice. Keeps me warm.
Did you go to SantaCon?
I saw some drunken Santas. It was pretty,
But would you go to SantaCon?
Well, let's explain to our podcast listeners what SantaCon is.
I think they know what SantaCon is.
They may not.
Really?
Yeah, well, we
explain
got podcasters all over the world. There's like one from Germany. Okay.
Enlighten us.
So, SantaCon is where a bunch of bros dress up like Santa and get drunk.
Just bros? There's girls, too.
And girl
Like
bros.
sexy Santas?
Sexy
Santa S's?
Santas. I think it's Mrs. Santa Claus. Sexy Mrs. Santa Claus.
There's sexy elves, too?
Sexy elves. No, just Santas.
But would you ever do this? Would you dress
Nope.
up for the sake of drinking?
No. And I think
you wouldn't go like at a zombie pub crawl?
No, I would not.
Or a golf pub crawl?
Like Gulf War?
Yeah, you dress up as like...
Like Desert Fatigues?
No, like Norman Schwarzkopf. And somebody, you know, that you...
That one sounds good. I would do that. You got me. You got me. I would do a Gulf War pub crawl.
We could get bars to have, name cocktails after...
Like the Scud?
Yeah. What other, like, stupid pub crawls could you do?
Bad pub crawls.
Bad pub crawls.
NAMBLA? The NAMBLA crawl? You know? Where you just like...
No, I don't know. What would you do on a NAMBLA crawl?
No, you'd go in pairs, and one of you dressed like a child, like with a giant lolly and like a propeller hat, and the other one would be like, you'd have a beard, and you'd go drinking together. That would be the NAMBLA pub crawl. That to me is I don't know if I don't want to say better than SantaCon, but it's definitely more interesting. If like you announced the NAMBLA pub crawl, a few like actual NAMBLA people would probably hear about it and be like, "Oh, cool!" It'd kind of come out, and then they'd be horribly disappointed when they found out it was kind of a joke. It's like, where are the boys? I thought there'd be boys and beers. BYOB.
You always say that, though.
For those of you who don't know, it's the North American Man-Boy Love Association, just in case you...
Are there dues for membership, or...
I don't know. How do you become a member of NAMBLA?
I mean, would you have to prove, or do they just take you at your word?
Would you want your name on a roster?
Do you have to prove that you are...
Like a card.
It's like a gangster movie. Like, you have to...
Special
the cop...
Special handshake.
Do they do this with NAMBLA?
Probably. I would say... chances are. I think they do. I don't know what. What do you think?
So you didn't have to go through initiation?
I got grandfathered in, if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. I'm not in NAMBLA. Everybody.
Anymore.
It's changed. It's gotten so commercial. It's like Christmas.
Did you start your own...
It used to be about the boy fucking. Now they're hitting you up all the time. They're always wanting money.
Well, in exchange for,
Longevity?
Longevity.
In exchange for longevity.
Well, longevity in the sack, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they'll give you a pill.
So, is that a common problem with pedophiles, is keeping it up? I've never... I'm sorry, kid. I usually last way longer. I'm sorry, Timmy. I don't know what's wrong with you. I must be... Oh, man, work's been really stressful. I had too much to drink tonight, I guess. Run on home.
I was just trying to transition from that to, like, spam in your inbox.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Boner pills.
Boner potion. I don't need no boner potion. What was your favorite album of the year? Let's drop that bombshell.
Huh.
Let's drop that beat. Skrillex?
Skrillex was good.
I said Skrillex.
Oh, I don't know Skrillex.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's some dubstep. The Strokes? They had an album out?
No.
Okay. Tell me, what's your pick top album of the year? I'll tell you mine.
Bob Dylan?
My favorite album of the year is...
Randy Newman?
Bill Evans. Everybody digs Bill Evans. Granted, it came out in like 1962, but it's new to me. And I got it on vinyl.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. I think go out and check out Bill Evans.
There's a band from Detroit called Proto-Martyr.
Proto-Martyr?
Proto-Martyr.
Proto-Motor?
Martyr.
Martyr. Proto-Martyr.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your
it was
pick?
awesome. Yeah.
Top TV show?
Honey Boo Boo?
No, Jesse Ventura.
Oh, yeah.
For any of you listening to our podcast, I assume there are a couple people, Jesse Ventura's conspiracy podcast. That is that's
TV
our pick.
show.
It's not a podcast. He probably has a podcast. His TV show, Jesse Ventura's TV show.
Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. I also watched when I was ill. Describes the state of my mind. Remember the Alien interview?
Oh, yeah.
And they had that guy Victor.
I vaguely remember.
And he was all like, his voice was digitized. And,
yeah, he was all like, his face was...
But he was just like this temperamental asshole.
Yeah.
All like, terminated. That question's out of bounds. I'm not answering that question. But they also had like Victor 11 years later, and like they like interviewed him like in a car in the desert.
Wow, what do you say now?
Yeah,
2012 stuff?
No, he was just all like, "Oh, the
It's
aliens
still true.
are gonna come," and nobody's come forward to say it's not with evidence that it was fake.
So the rules of conspiracy theories are: if you come up with the most ridiculous cockamamie conspiracy theory, and no one lends it any credence to the point where no one even rebukes it, that means it's true. That's how you win.
As long as you're pontificating in a...
If it's dismissed by everyone.
Well, if you're giving your soliloquy, I guess. I'm using more words I learned in Mythosaurus. In a car in a desert. That what makes...
That lends it credence.
Yeah. If you're willing to go on record in a car in a desert, it's true.
Yeah. So, 2012, top show, Jesse Ventura's Conspiracy Theories. Coming in at the top spots. Distant second is the Boo Boo show.
Honey Boo
The fat
Boo.
kid. Yeah. Fat kid, Boo Boo.
Rednecks are popular. Like
They
there's
are
going to be
popular.
the show on MTV about the rednecks in West Virginia.
There's Rednecks resurgence. It's the golden age of redneck reality TV. And they're calling it cultural tourism, where these people are kind of watching to mock and laugh the southern redneck. It's kind of like the Beverly Hillbillies. That's what I read in the New York Times. It's kind of oh, look at these hillbillies. Look at this man, he's trying to ride a lawnmower to the liquor store. Oh, that's hilarious. That little child is clearly obese. That's kind of the gist. They're mocking, they're laughing. It's
In that voice?
Yeah, that's how rich people talk, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not
I don't
rich.
know either.
Do you think there'll ever be we will reach a point in the world or in society, I guess, where you can go to a zoo and have sex with a redneck?
You mean like rednecks would be subjugated to the state of animals? Like Planet of the Apes?
No, like if you wanted to go have sex with... No, like cultural tourism now is you can actually take a reality tour of Virginia and you can go have sex with a
At the
redneck.
end, you get to have sex with a redneck.
Yeah,
Well-
but you don't know which one you're getting. you smoke some meth and you end up having sex with a redneck
I'm sure that could be a thing. I mean,
like on a bale.
I don't think everyone that's
like on a bale of hay.
I don't think everyone that's like intrigued by rednecks necessarily wants to have sex.
I'm
with a
not saying
redneck.
that. I'm saying, are we going to get to a point where that will be? Because
Smiled upon?
people are so hungry for celebrity. Is that we're going now?
Are we a more celebrity hungry society in general, you think, now than we've been in the past?
We're like a Deliverance reality tour. Well, like Deliverance the pub crawl.
The Deliverance pub crawl would be pretty easy. We'd all dress up like rednecks. One guy'd have a banjo, and then we'd sodomize each other.
So a typical Saturday night for you.
All our pub crawls end with sodomy.
Desert Storm didn't end with sodomy.
It ends up with some Abu Ghraib.
No, it ends up with Saddam.
What was where they stacked the Arabs like cordwood and stuck their thumbs up their butts?
Abu Ghraib.
Yeah, it was Abu Ghraib.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dark time in our history. Between Abu Ghraib and drones, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Are we good, America?
Freedom ain't free.
These colors don't run. Unless they do. The Evergrade pub crawl. We'd all put on black hoods.
Again, it would end in sodomy.
Exactly. Like wires on our genitals.
Why do you podcast naked in front? I just don't.
I'm more comfortable that way. Because I'm trying to podcast sober this week, and I gotta get my rocks off somehow. The podcast is hard to do sober. This is an experiment on doing the podcast sober, and it is tough. It's like not going well. Have you heard that China will outstrip the United States as a leading economic power? You hear about that?
I heard that.
That might happen, according to the CIA.
CIA.
They're right about so many other things. Russia's clout will wane because they're relying on oil. And we're obviously not relying on oil.
Yeah, Russia's the only industrialized nation that's relying on oil.
There's going to be a spreading affluence.
When's this going to happen? Go down?
2030. People are going to have wider access to internet and smartphones. That's a good thing. That'll help them climb out of poverty and check their Facebook.
They can listen to this podcast.
Yeah, they will too. We got a wide reach. Got that one German guy, although I think he was probably disappointed. There are a few countries that are at high risk of failure, including Afghanistan and Yemen.
Wait, Afghanistan's a high risk of failing?
That's what.
It's going to be a failed state?
That's what it says. That's what the CIA is saying. Somalia too, but they've been at the back of the class for a while now.
Well, in Sweden, the 37-year-old woman, she has an admitted obsession with skeletons. She has been convicted of disturbing the peace of the dead for allegedly using human bones for sexual purposes. She's an odd bird, quote-unquote, but that she is, quote, not sexually interested in necrophilia.
Do you think people are born with those, weird sex preferences? Like furries?
Like what?
Furries. People that dress up like animals. Like stuffed animals and have sex with each other.
No, I don't think you're born that way.
You think things happen to you that, like, you accidentally got your first erection at Chuck E. Cheese, and from that point on, just like costumed animals, just like in ball pits. From that point on, you're turned on by whack-a-mole. Is that how this stuff starts?
Are you turned on by whack-a-mole?
I'm not turned on by whack-a-mole, but I'm just trying to make a connection as far as
your whack-a-mole is very
it's very Freudian.
It's very phallic.
Yeah,
you have to beat down. You're oppressing yourself. You're beating down the erection.
These phallic moles.
You never know when the erection's going to pop up. It's analogous to junior high school, because sometimes you just get a woody. You had that experience. Like you were just in class and all of a sudden you had an erection, then you had
at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know what to do with it. Or you do, but maybe Chuck E. Cheese is to blame for a lot of weird sexual fetishes. I'm trying to draw a connection here. Or people that, want to have sex on top of a pit full of balls. Would you have sex? I would have sex in a ball pit. Because it'd be fun.
How would it be fun?
Wouldn't it be fun? That'd be like the most fun. It would be gross. I'd want like a fresh ball pit, because kids gross me out. And like germs. And I've heard there's like fecal matter in the ball pit, but a fresh ball pit would be the most fun to have sex in. I prefer that over like a hot tub.
But like, how would that be fun?
It'd just be fun. He's like in a big thing of rainbow balls, like up to your chest, and you're just kind of like swimming around in them and fucking.
But what if like balls get stuck in places balls shouldn't be stuck?
I'm not goatsy.
Let's say you were. I'm just saying.
There are no orifi that. I'm not planning on doing any like gaping butthole sex in the ball pit. Is what I'm saying. But that's my verdict. Top place to have sex for 2012 is a clean ball pit. The most misused words of 2012.
I love you. Sure, that was probably misused more than any other word.
It smells of incense in here.
Yeah, it does.
Like a hippie house. Do you have any Christmas wishes for people?
World peace.
Yeah, that's a good one. What else? Any wishes for any Christmas? What do you want for Christmas?
The laughter of my nephews.
Ah, it's a gift.
It really is. Are you gonna? You're hoping for a trip to Germany in the new year, right?
I found a travel agent who books these special tours to Germany.
What kind of tours?
Special tours. Discreet tours.
For the discerning...
For the discerning gentleman. And we will say no more.
I understand. Did you read about those guys who wanted to kidnap Bear and then castrate him and then kill him?
Yeah, I read about that.
And like
Not
sell
fans.
one of his testicles
They were
for
not
like
fans.
$10,000.
Who would have bought that testicle? That would have been a tough sell.
It's the holiday season. Where do you get that? That
the
special...
Bieber fan who's that has everything.
Exactly. Get him his testicle.
In like a collector's case.
They would probably be pickled in some brine.
Like one of those black gags.
Yeah, what's that like? Rocky Mountain meatball.
Rocky Mountain oyster.
Yeah. Or maybe it's a Great White North oyster. He is from Canada.
He is the Great White. I think Hulk Hogan leaked the Hulk Hogan sex tape. I feel like a pig. God damn it. Don't bum me out.